It's pretty crazy, isn't it? It's so weird, isn't it? I know. I know. It's like so weird. All right, so first of all, this is Happy New Year's Eve. It's just coffee for me, but nothing. It's just a fun stream. I just thought I'd just like do something fun, which I found. It turns out this is like right in my personality type, if you believe in this stuff. And of course, I don't know if I do. We're gonna get into this. I want to show you. There's an INTJ logician. Oh, see, here I have a question. First of all, let me just ask the debate right off the bat. An Aries rat. Oh, I want to hear what all you guys are. So, I kind of, believe it or not, I want to, when we do this whole live thing where I'm giving you guys points, I kind of want to put your personality type next to your, if you want to volunteer it as kind of a fun way to do that, because I don't know, I just feel like that would be super fun to do that, because I could kind of get a sense of, how's it going, Ethan? Happy New Year. I just think it would be really fun. I mean, so Myers-Briggs apparently was a party game, and it was invented, by these sisters, or something like that. I mean, there's an Adam Ruins personality test that you can go watch, and I can't watch it right now, but you might want to go watch it. A DC for me from the disc profile. If you like these kind of things, though, yeah. See, I didn't even do my my sign. I'm a Sagittarius slash. I think I'm a pig. I'm gonna go ask my wife. I might be a goat, actually, goat or a ram or whatever. Hey Doris, what am I? Am I a goat or a ram? I'm a pig. I'm a goat. I'm a goat. Isn't it also ram? Yeah. Yeah, I'm a ram. I'm a goat. I mean, there you go. That's not anywhere near scientific, but apparently I'm a Sagittarius goat. So I thought it would be fun to talk about, because these personality type things. Yep, 67. That's me. I know. Now you know all about me. I know, it's almost like too much information, right? So yeah. Oh, this now. I am the INTP. It's a game, but it's quite accurate in my case. You know what's crazy? It is a game, but it's at least partially scientific. So I went through this thing. I kind of want to go through it and read a little bit about it. All models are false, but some models are useful. There you go. Yeah. And anyway, people were getting like jobs off of their personality type, or they're being kept out of jobs because of their personality type. Here's what's really crazy though. This is the fundamental question I want to put to the group today. Can you change your type? When I tested back in, I want to say 89 or 90, and I was a Mormon. I was a totally different life. And I was an INTJ, which is the exact opposite on every single thing except for the N. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we'll get to that. You guys can go take your own test if you want to. Hard to change your big five sort of hardwired things, it seems. And you know what? That's funny, Greg, Jenny, because I was actually told that. I asked the person on the test, and I mentioned this earlier, and I asked them, Happy New Year. And they told me, you can't change your type. And I haven't even looked at the type test in, I want to say 30 years now. But my life has dramatically changed. It's only correlated to the big five. I don't know. We'll see. So the one that I did, I'll show you guys. But the one that I did was here. And so I took this test because it was mostly just random curiosity. And I turned out that but here's the thing. When I'm reading through the description, I'm like, this is me. This is, and then I'm like, well, am I doing the Sagittarius thing? I find out that the very questioning that I have in my brain is a validation of the personality type it says I am. So then I'm like, oh, maybe this thing is a little more right than I thought. It's consultant fodder, right? Yeah. Um, so yeah, but it's super fascinating stuff. So let me just turn this on. I'm gonna turn on the chat so I can see what you guys are saying here. And so yeah. They're arbitrary. These are arbitrarily accurate down to the amount of data collected on the particular test. Harry Potter houses can be accurate if enough data points are aggregated. I love this conversation. This is the kind of conversation I love to have, which confirms my personality type again. It's like, so which one is it, right? Is it like, you know how when you get when you get like a horoscope that's like dead on and you're like, oh man, this is definitely me. Well, there's a whole science, there's like the science behind the psychology of finding ways to find those patterns, and we do it all the time. And people make money off of the fact that we're going to do those kind of things. I might just come back and remind everybody what we're talking about here. So cold reads, etc. Right, like medium reads. And my wife, well, I will disclose, my wife is a big big mystic. She loves to go. She loves to get readings and those kinds of things. And for a guy who's raised Mormon, so ironically though, Mormons have a similar thing. It's called a patriarchal blessing. Yeah, fun fact. Mormons have a thing called a patriarchal blessing. She's a gifted cold reader. Interesting. Yeah, and my wife, by the way, is a mediator, and I'm like, oh my god, they nailed it. She's just like, and she really, really loves horoscopes and all those things. And I've done, I Ching just for fun, and I'm a skeptical kind of guy, but I also, yeah. Oh god, my wife does angel cards and tarot, but she's, valedictorian type of person. She's like, she's not dumb. Let's just put it that way. We're at Medical Association, and our journal editor legit believed in astrology. Blew my mind. Yeah. So I don't know what it is in us that makes us, hey, how's it going? Like, I don't know what it is, but I thought it would be a fun topic for New Year's Eve, just to screw around with and play with it. Because I recently encountered this thing, and I was like, I came to the thing. I was like, what have I changed? Is it possible for me to have changed? And then I went through the thing, and now I'm reading through it. I'm like, oh my God, this is like accurate to a fault. But some of the characteristics in my personality, I believe, have changed. And frankly, this is interesting to me. I mean, maybe you guys have similar things, but I think that my membership in the Mormon Church changed my personality type, because a lot of it was repressed and introverted and stuff like that. And after I left, I was just like all out there. And maybe that was my true personality type the whole time. So anyway, I'm just playing around with all these fun questions. My level of sin over time, I'm told, is hard to change too. I don't even know what that is. Are you talking like actual sin? So maybe that's it. Maybe. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, and you guys are totally lost and you just want to go follow along, it changes people going in and out of it. I think it does. I think when you believe in something as fundamentally as and given the break I had mentally after I left the church, I believe I have a rewired brain. I honestly do. I believe many parts of my brain have been totally rewired. And by the way, some of them have been damaged. And I think that one of the interesting things about my results is this one. Back when I was Mormon and I was assertive and everything, my assertive level was overwhelming. And turbulent now is like, that means you question yourself, you flip-flop, you're not sure. It doesn't mean you necessarily feel like you're not a success. You just are less sure of your decisions going into it. And I tell you what, when I was Mormon, I was like really overconfident on that one thing. But since this break, I think that the part of the damage for me leaving the church was like, wow, if I was wrong about something that big, I feel like it's tainted my ability to make a solid assertive decision about things. It's like, no, I'm questioning everything now, as opposed to if I had maybe not been raised that way, maybe I wouldn't have questioned stuff so much. It's just interesting stuff. True believers are a thing. Yeah. So, and Happy New Year. Skepticism is damage. What I think I'm trying to, Jenny, I'm trying to figure out if it's because I've been allowed to think a different way now, so that I think I might have literally been repressing my answers on the test when I took it before, because I was asking, even if it was a fast test, I was thinking like I was like editing my own answers more effectively because I knew what I was supposed to be or whatever. This one I just took the test and I just answered right away, and I didn't I didn't feel like I brought any bias to us, but that's the whole point of it, right? Oh, hi Peter. Happy New Year. We're just having fun. We're just playing around with these personality tests, whether you like them or hate them or find them scientific or not. Got any resolutions? Well, not. I have several resolutions. I don't know if you want to hear about them all, but if you do, I'll tell you. But so this, I thought this would just be fun. So, true or false? I mean, some of this stuff describes me, but it also describes, and they always flatter you. Sometimes they find a way to flatter you with these tests, and that's what makes me always, like skeptical, because they definitely find like you are 7% of the population is in EN whatever I am, and what is it? An ENFP. 7% of the population is an ENFP, but then I got reading the details. I'm like, that is definitely me. And it's not like that's me in a Sagittarius sense. That's me in a describing my personality sense. New Year's already started. Too rational to care about it. An arbitrary point in which the Earth cycled around the sun again. That's how I am with birthdays, unfortunately. I'm that way with birthdays and holidays. I'm like, why do we need an excuse to celebrate? Why can't we just spontaneously celebrate any time? Which apparently is a part of this personality type as well. True free spirit. They're often the life of the party. Campaigners are less interested in the sheer excitement and pleasure of the moment than they are enjoying the social and emotional connections they make with others. And live streaming, just work whatever day you want. Why have weekends? Exactly, Jenny. Exactly. Why limit yourself? Work every day. Why does there have to be? Is that part of the personality trait? Maybe, right? Campaigners are less interested in sheer excitement. 70% of the population that can believe they comprise can certainly be felt in any crowd, for better or worse, right? You're either ranting. My wife and I did have noticed this before. She has this too when she's more of an introvert, so she doesn't start to come out of herself. But when she does, people will circle around her just to listen to her, when she does. And I have the same thing. I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to take like personal stock of what happens. When I was in South Korea and got to know one of the Mormon missionaries, a cool guy, but it seemed he asked the church to spend $2. Yeah. I've been helping him find some commercial real estate. Yeah. $5 million deal is totally different person after his mission ended. Wow. Yeah. Weekends are nice if you have a 9-to-5 job. Yeah, that's true. And I had to give myself weekends, by the way. 2 years ago, I took weekends off. I started my own business, and I gave up $400 a week for that, because I was done. I was like beating me up. Right. So yeah, it's like these crazy arbitrary times. You can change the world with just an idea. I cannot tell you how accurate this one is. More than just social people pleasers, campaigners, like all diplomat cousins, are shaped by intuitive quality, allowing them to read between the lines. Probably too much. I want to show you the faults. The faults is hilarious. The faults is pretty much a list of everything I do on stream that's bad. every single thing that I do that people have called me out for. Every one of those things is in my faults list. My faults list is much more fun than this. What are your strengths list? Compassion, mysticism. I'd say they tend to see the big picture. And oh my God, that's like me. Campaigners are fiercely independent and much more than stability and security. They crave creativity and freedom, says the guy with no health insurance who hasn't had it for 10 years. I have not had health insurance. Wait, for 13 years. For 13 years, I have not had health insurance because I would rather be independent and not have insurance. It's fun. It's a fun test. Go take it. 16personalities.com. Nothing to do with them. Hey, Uncle Bill. I honestly, I have nothing to do with this site. It was the first site I found. I was just curious because we were talking about personality types, and I decided to see if I might have changed. And I've just been having fun reading through it. I thought I'd share some of it, just because it was just so silly. Have you seen the percentage chart for most common ones? I have not. I have not. Is there one of those? Oh, you're an ISTJ. You know what's funny? How many of my stream community are I's? They're introverts. You know what? I find this really interesting. I've been saying in the past. Let's see. I still say if you really want it, and to insert yourself, you'll find a way to pay for it. If you want insurance, you could find a way to pay for it. I think I could too. I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I have to bump up the income anyway if I'm gonna pay for the insurance. So I can either get a different job, or I can add, get rid of my weekends, or I can add some side income. So, or I could learn how to do real estate by going through your thing. We're actually looking at real estate right now. Hey, Zero Theory. What can be asserted without proof can be dismissed without proof. This is true. There you go. That's a good point. It can be dismissed without proof or added without proof. You probably find that most people that watch Twitch instead of y'all, socializing are introverts, right? This is part of this fun conversation. I tend to be the guy who likes to spur conversation. When I go to a party or social gathering, I'm asking questions. I'm getting people to talk. I love that. What I love to do is get, whether it be a ranty situation or some interesting topic, I'll go into it. I'll seed the conversation, and then I like to participate and talk, but I even get more enjoyment out of listening to what everybody has to say after I got it going. And that's pretty much the definition of live streaming the way I do it. It's like coming in and do it. And so now I understand why I enjoy doing this more than playing a video game. Video games are very introverted things to do, unless you're really, even the social ones, with multiplayer, they're still very introverted activities. I was playing Second Life. I didn't spend any time building anything, even though I could, because I just wanted to run around and make friends with everybody and talk to them about their world. And so it's just where you come from, right? Getting to the more real estate is about to get the wild. Eviction ends in a few. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. How's it going, your Surfer? I did that test 5 years ago, 6 months ago. I can't remember if I was an INFJ and INFT. How's it going? Yeah. There's so many. Look, the debate itself is up. I mean, the test itself is up for debate, whether it's accurate or not. Mostly I just thought it was fun because it was accurate, but I'm still trying to decide, was it accurate in the horoscope sense, or was it accurate in the leaning on the scientific sense, right? And I think Zero Theory had a great statement about finding proof for such. You are such a Hufflepuff. Am I a Hufflepuff? God damn it. Jenny, do they have tests for that too? Now because I'm a big... And Miranda, oh God. And then Miranda, what's a Miranda? What's that? All of these new systems I got to figure out. I feel like I'm behind I'm behind. I'm a Hufflepuff. I'm not a Ravenclaw. How's Ravenclaw different than Hufflepuff in 50 words or less? I have friends that legitimately use this test as their Bible for life and social. They do. Oh, a Miranda, Sex in the City. I had no idea these things existed. And this gives me great joy to know that somebody else knows and can tell me. It's like astrology. Read random ones and you're agreeing with it. Right. Yeah, I kind of want to do that, right? I want to read some of them. USA fed a lot of states that have emergency rules about apartment eviction. Oh my gosh. So some people have not paid their home mortgages. Ouch. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one, man. That's by the way, according to my type, that's the sort of thing I don't like, but that just sounds like I'm doing the horoscope thing all over again. I can't make a decision. I'm going on flip-floppy because of that. Completely unreliable. Everybody says they're unreliable. But they sure are. They're fun. They're just a little bit of fun. You know what I want to do? I want to read this one, and then I want to go read some absolutely random opposite one, and I'll say, okay, does that describe me too? Everyone in Hufflepuff gets a participation award. I freaking hate that. That is not me. So if that's true, they got me wrong. They totally nailed me wrong. I hate everybody gets a award. I hate that. Hate. Not really hate, but I also don't think that everybody should be like ripping each other's throat out to win, too. So 21 is going to be a horror show depending on which way you go. Yeah, I don't want to think about it. Which biblical prophet are you? Do they have that too? Ex-psychologist here. Really? Yeah. Well, so yeah. Have you heard about the Scientologists think of psychologists? By the way, they announce at every one of their meetings how many that they've taken out. Is Gryffindor at core? I don't know if I'm Gryffindor. Rob's a Ravenclaw for sure. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know what that means. There can only be one employee of the month. More over Rob. Yeah, move over Rob. Jesus obviously obvious Jesus God no zeros. I am pretty certain that 2021 will be worse than 2020 for the Western world. Please let me be wrong. I don't want to talk about it. I don't. Can we not talk about that tonight, please? So I mean, look, you can talk about it if you need to get it out of your system. I am here. You know, our community is here. Don't get depressed. But yeah, they're different animals. I'm like kind of trying to look the other way if I'm burying my head in the sand by playing this fun, stupid personality game. No, that's not true. You are a Hufflepuff. They're the one that believe in education for every. Oh yeah. What? Hufflepuff says education for everyone. I'm in. That's mine right there. That's mine right there. Peter J. I was just talking about the real estate side of things. Yeah. Be ready to invest and make some money. Bum, 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 bum. Don't want to get banned. I would love to be able to invest and get some money, but I have to have money to invest. Hufflepuffs don't read. Do I have to take this test now too? I guess I have to take that test now too. I gotta tell my wife about that one. She's gonna love that one. She's gonna love a big Harry Potter fan. Me too. She's gonna love that. But they don't read. Okay, wait. I think I just fulfilled my own thing. I started reading Harry Potter and stopped because I couldn't read it. It was annoying. I couldn't read it. It was too annoying. I was like, I'm not reading that. The writing was annoying. I can read all of J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings and just like consume every word of Elvish in it and just love it, and it'd take me a year to get through it. But when it depends on the style of writing, I can't make it through it. Harry Potter is for 13-year-olds. Well, I hadn't thought of it that way, but I found the place to buy. The minimum bid is $4.75 billion. You're operating on a different level from me, which is a part of my personality profile, apparently. Oh, it's so funny. Campaigners' self-esteem is dependent on their ability to come up with original solutions. And they need to know that they have the freedom to be innovative. Billion? Oh, I was going to say, Ravenclaws are the smart ones. Gryffindors are the brave ones. Slytherin believe ambition. Hufflepuffs are made to take in students the other houses excluded. They're smart Hufflepuffs, and they are brave in a senseless way. Well, then I'm definitely a Hufflepuff. Because that's me. I made a life out of taking in people that were downtrodden and not accepted by other people, including making D&D campaigns where I found all those people and brought them together. I live for that shit. I just do. I love it. Sorry, I swore a little bit. This is not a rated G stream. It's a New Year's Eve stream. BuzzFeed is so fake. Subway 5 foot long. Oh boy. A huff and puff. I'm a huff and puff. That's who. Which Unix command line tool are you? Jenny. Which Unix command line tool are you? I think I don't crush anyone's dreams. I do like eggnog, but I don't have any right now. Although, you know what? I could put vodka in my coffee. Here, give me a second. Plus, I'm such a BC. I'm not a BC. I want to say Pearl, but I love his honesty. What? That I'm gonna go put. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'll tell you what, I can't do. I'm gonna regret this in the morning, like nobody's business. You watch. I put a little bit of. Is it resolute? Absolute? I put a little bit of absolute in my coffee. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, Zeros. Are you drunk? Zero sounds drunk. I imagine we're gonna get some of that tonight. I was gonna say. He said, let's see. I hope that vodka is being kept in the freezer. Why? Is that a problem? Now you got me worried. Who's Arendelle? Ayla Arendelle. I really hope so. What does that mean? Don't scare me like that. This was literally came on. It was like on the shelf. I am a wait. I am a Tolkien fan. No, I'm not. I guess I'm not that big of a fan. Arendelle. Aelin Arendelle. You know what? I used to read it every year. I need to do which book? Hi, Matt. Was that Elrond's father? I remember Arendelle. Why am I spacing on that name? What did they call him by? He had another name too, didn't he? Oh. No, I remember Elrond, but I didn't remember it. No, I don't remember it. You know what? The movies ruined me. I used to read the book every year, and now I just watch the movie. It's like a disgrace. It's a total disgrace. I am a disgrace. I need to start reading it again. I do. I need to start reading it. I love it. Every time I read it, it just gets me so much. That scene at the end of like, when Sam looks up into the sky. He fought and defended the dragon. Wow, my gosh. You're like, Jenny's way more astute than me on that. I don't know. He fought and defeated the dragon. He did? Yeah. To be fair, I think the last time I read it was... Holy cow. The last time I read it was 2005. I can't believe it's been that long. That's incredible. I had no idea it's been that long. The derivative, the same as Hunger Games. They're all pretty derivative, but sometimes I allow myself to like them. The same as the last book. Every book should have the rating, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, kind of. To be fair, that Silmarillion. I've never read Silmarillion. I couldn't make it. I need to. There was talk that we're going to do Silmarillion as a series, but I don't think that would be any good. The way that they did the Hobbit, that was a disaster. I mean, that was a disaster on top of a disaster. Oh, Amazon's the one doing the Silmarillion series. They better have really good consultants on that. 'Cause I'll tell you what, if they screw around with Tolkien fans on that, like Jackson did with The Hobbit. I mean, I like the CGI. Some of the performances were great, but oh my gosh. I mean, The Hobbit was just not, it was so bad. The Hobbit was really rushed. The whole musical scores that they did, like the thing where when the goblins broke out in song, I was like, what the freak? This was like, This is not Tolkien. Student Extended Edition if you haven't. I want to try that. I definitely do want to try that. I do. I think it would be fun to reboot the LOTR movies. I think it would be really fun because they reboot Spider-Man, what, every 2 years? why, why can't they do that? Why can't they reboot? You know what? They got a much, well, you know what they could do? They could reboot the whole LOTR series and do like really accurate portrayals of it and make it like 7 or 8 or 12 to 20 seasons. They could, people would watch it every single time and they would buy whatever the service is. It'd be like whoever gets the rights to that is really going to own everybody because everybody's like reeling because they don't have their Game of Thrones anymore. And I hated Game of Thrones, but reboot Hackers the movie, that totally needs a reboot. Oh my gosh, that needs a reboot so bad it's not even funny. That totally needs a reboot. Yeah, they should reboot Shall Not Pass. Who shall not pass? The 6 Star Wars movies. Yeah, I think they should do that too. I totally agree. I only know the memes for GOT, never watched it. Although I watched all the reaction videos from Hamill and Mandalorian and all the diehard Star Wars fans. They're never going to forgive the Star Wars franchise. They're so into their, and I'm with them in age, but I can see it on their face. When they just see Luke's face, they're like, they're so tied in to the original Star Wars. You start messing with them. You can tell by how dramatic their response was by seeing a Mark Hamill appear in Mandalorian. Yeah, and I watched the reaction videos, and the reaction videos basically tell you everything you even know about the actual Star Wars fans these days. I kind of wish that they had let them reboot. I wish they would have let them. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen any of the Mandalorian, so I cannot speak to it. I have not seen any of the Discovery series, even though I get mixed reviews. Max says I should watch it. Had the first F-bomb. What? Still not over it. And the Discovery Star Trek. Yeah, I do love the comparisons of the Discovery series from Star Trek to the original Star Treks when they're like, we need to treat them all with respect. Clones with respect, and then the other one is like yelling at them and stuff. It's like got all edgy, and some people would say unnecessarily, hence the unnecessary F-bombs and stuff like that. I love the first season of Mandalorian, but I'm not into Star Wars. Yeah, that I've heard people say that too. Yeah, please, no spoilers. Well, there's a spoiler going out there right now. If you turn on Twitter, you can't not see the spoiler. So I won't say anything else, but yeah. The king blinds himself. Sorry for the spoilers. The big mouse has got a lot of pride. No reboot. Yeah. I don't know. I've seen all the Star Trek up to Discovery, but did not see Discovery. See, I have too, and I could not make it through Enterprise. I tried so hard to make it through it, and they got all those. It was like, that race of genetically modified people, but I could not do it. It was so boring and tedious. I just could not get through it. And I made it through Deep Space Nine, the whole thing, and I could not get through Enterprise. I was really sad because I thought it had a good hope, but don't use Twitter or Facebook. Okay, good for you. Yeah, by the way, I'm about ready to drop my LinkedIn. Woohoo! I got my stuff moved over all to a GitHub repo. Using the README. They have a really cool thing they do for now for READMEs. It's better than LinkedIn, frankly. And working Mandalorian was one of the old passing. We're talking sci-fi now, I guess. Time for a Telegram channel. I don't know what that is, but maybe Enterprise. Follow closely. Just watch for a minute. Oh, yeah. We need reality. We need real space stories. Yes. Enterprise was not bad. The first season was not bad of Enterprise. I'm with you, Peter, on that. It just, after that, I don't know what happened. It was like, I guess you got over all of the mystique of the first one, and then it didn't seem like it knew what it wanted to do. What's next? Horoscopes. I know, D-Flare. I know. It's definitely fun, though. All right, so before we'll just jump right to the fun part, where you guys can rip on me. Okay, I'm encouraging you to rip on me. True or false? Are these my weaknesses? I'm going to say true here. Campaigner strengths. Okay, curious, observant. No, yeah, energetic and enthusiastic. Usually, Excellent communicator. I'm a pretty damn good communicator. I'll say that. I'm building an iOS app for astrology. Oh, cool. I want to see, Jenny. Know how to relax. Does LinkedIn count as a weakness? Does know how to relax. I do know how to relax when I want to. The problem is that I don't want to. Popular and friendly. I'm generally popular and friendly, but I do piss people off pretty easily. So here, this is the time when you can like, and if zero theory is there, he can really lay into me on this one. So this is my weaknesses according to this little test. Uh-oh. What did you find? What did you find? What? He can't snowshoe without me?
I'm sorry, you're a terrible parent. You failed your child. He's living happily
He's
ever after
snowshoeing.
without you.
How is he snowshoeing? Can I put him on the screen?
I don't think so.
I can't put him on the screen. All right, this is my son snowshoeing in Canada. I'm so jealous. I've always wanted to do that. We can't move to Canada just to go snowshoeing. Maybe we can go visit him.
Visit.
I know. I keep telling myself I'm a terrible parent because I'm.
Guess what? If we live here, we'll have money to go visit your children and my children.
So there's Jenny's making a horoscope app.
Wow, that sounds fun.
Apparently they have a whole thing. So they say I'm a Hufflepuff. Apparently, there's like a whole thing. You might want to look into it, Misters. You know, like there's like Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. You know,
That's Harry Potter, not horoscope.
I know, but they have like which are you? Because they describe the different.
Yeah, I'm probably like Ravenclaw.
You're probably Ravenclaw. I think you need to go find out.
I did personality test.
Yeah. Astrology. Did I say something else? I said horoscope. Sorry. I'm sorry. I've been respect. Snowshoeing Upper Peninsula. I hate you. You get pretty deep up there too. Yeah. Yeah. You get. Yeah. Well, it's good exercise, man. I've always wanted to do that. I grew up in Utah, so. Poor practical skills. Put an Arduino in a hat. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Doris, we can put an Arduino in a hat and have it pick your thing. Anyway, when it comes to conceiving ideas and starting projects, I am great at starting projects that involve people. Unfortunately, their skill with upkeep, administration, and follow through on those projects struggles, mostly because they're like, squirrel. That's me. I'm organic. I'm a Sagittarius, if that's what you're asking. Honestly, hurts. It's like everyone I know. Poor practical skills. See, okay, Jenny, that makes me feel better, right? Just for kind of New Year resolutioning while we're doing this. Have you been into Universal Hollywood? I have not. No. Actually, maybe once when I was really young. Find it difficult to focus. Is this one of those things where everybody has it and then it's like everyone finds the way that they fulfill it? So that it's like self-fulfilling kind of thing. They have Hogwarts with Wonders Active Space. There's actually Magic Quest. They have those here. They have Magic Quest here. We have bought these like $70 wands for me and all my sons and my wife, and we would go and we would like, you have to cast it and do different things. You ever seen that? They're pretty fun. There's one of those in what is it called? Myrtle Beach here in North Carolina. Generic weaknesses. You doubt yourself sometimes. You often think you could do better. Happy New Year, Elementino. Oh, well, I feel better, Jenny. Campaigners are natural explorers of interpersonal connections and philosophy, but that backfires. What needs to be done is that the TPS report sitting right there in front of them. It's hard for campaigners to maintain interest on task drift towards routine administrative matters, but that's everybody, right? I'll just use some specific weaknesses. You kick dogs. To accurately cast spells. 4,000 calorie butterbeers. Campaigners overthink things. Can someone report me? I need some action. I overthink everything. They're esoteric. Yeah, weaknesses. Okay. Get stressed easily. Everybody gets stressed easily. Is that what you're saying? All right. All right. I'm being influenced by the crowd here. This is again. Is it Is it one of these things where these go for everybody, right? Uh, it is. It's just like a big expensive form of mediator reading, right? Or medium reading. I don't know. I'm just asking a question. So a consequence of their popularity is that off others. We were talking about how it takes me 10 hours to pick names for my scripts and stuff. That's hyperbole, by the way. A consequence of the popularity is that others often look for them for guidance and help, which takes time, and it's easy for them to get overwhelmed. Yeah, because I say yes to everything and I get super stressed. And then I throw my hands in there and say, no, I'm not doing anything. You're highly allergic to wool. That's specific. Can't move to Canada to snowshoe. Oh, you guys are funny. You're really funny. Highly emotional. You like long walks in the park at noon. Exactly. I don't know. I guess I don't. Okay. This is good. This is a good reality check. I don't mind these astrology personalities. I think they're fun. They are. They're fun. They're fun. More than anything, they're fun. While emotional expression is healthy and natural, campaigners and view it a part of their identity, it can come out strongly enough to cause problems of personality type. How many people have I berated? You're bald. Is when people think their generational differences are real. This is true. Oh, that's a good one, Jenny. Like all millennials are blah, right? But some of that is sociology. Some of that is legitimate sociology, right? They've been grown up with different influences in their lives as a generation overall. So that's why I want to. If I were to go back to college just for anything, if you guys could go back to college for anything, and you didn't have to think about making money or anything, what would you study? See, I would study sociology, psychology, anthropology. Those I really, really love those. Those the dynamic between people, and which is consistent with my personality type, for better or worse, whether that's true or not. I really enjoy understanding how people see the world and how they look at the world. It's my thing. You get two people in the room long enough, discover personality conflicts. This is true. Cooking theory. Does that include gastronomy? There's like a running joke in our house since my stepson thinks I didn't understand the meaning of gastronomy. I was like, no. And he goes, I said, gastronomy is a study of cooking and how foods work together. And yeah, how certain chemicals combine with other chemicals. You like to know how people function. I do. It's like I'm a people analyzer and analyzer. If sociology tells me that rich white millennials and first generation Japanese immigrant millennials have similar generational attitudes, I'll leave my hat. This is very fascinating. So it's not just generational; it's kind of generational and cultural, right? But as soon as you get into cultural generalization, you're in scary waters anyway, right? But the sciences that study these things, food in space. It's almost as though people are individuals, right? And they say that about autistic people all the time. It's like if you met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person. Is this an X-rated stream? Did I say something bad? And of course, music. Music would be fun. You'd go back for physics and math and geology. Geology is so much fun, Peter. And I grew up in Utah, which is like one of the main geological centers. They have the conventions, the conferences for geology in Utah all the time. And when I was a river guy, we would like go down through the Vishnu schist and, see this ancient rock layers and stuff. I could totally get into that too. And that's just one rock. Think about that. It's just one planet, one rock with all this ancient stuff. Go back to college. I read double studies in ancient languages. Oh, Jenny, you know what? That you're my people, because I would be doing that too. I would be studying every language that existed and how people communicate and why they communicated. Just love that stuff. But I also love rocks. So what does that mean? Very, very introverted people tend to really love geology. I mean, I know you're not supposed to generalize, right? But I'm thinking about all that. I actually knew, professional geologists in Utah, and they were all about the rocks, man. Unless they found another rock person, they didn't talk very much. It was like they were just like they're out in the middle looking for the rocks. Yeah, rocks and language is such a campaigner. I don't even know. Have you ever tried to have an analytical conversation with somebody that has nothing but rocks rolling around upstairs? It's quite different. Yeah, that sure has a big problem. Independent to a fault. Campaigners loathe being micromanaged. Oh my God. Who doesn't, though? And restrained by heavy-handed rules. They want to be seen as highly independent masters of their own fate. Even possessions of an altruistic wisdom that go beyond draconian law. The challenge for campaigners is that they live in a world of checks and balances. A pill they are not happy to swallow. I don't know. I think this is another one of those generic things. You guys got me all doubting the whole thing now. Rocket Sage is awesome. The censorship hit you? Sorry, usurper. Didn't mean for it. I didn't see it. I didn't turn anything on. I just said, like there's like something in YouTube that babysits us. I'm sorry. Rocks are awesome. Simply looking on the outside, filled with treasures on the inside. Yes. God, if you've ever seen a geode, my grandpa got me started rock collecting when I was a kid, and he would bring me the most amazing things. I love analyzing cocktails. Flagged for potential bad words. Even W. How's it going? How do you say your name? Alu Muhammad? Yeah, very nice. So, what kind of romantic relationships should I have? Yeah, what kind of romantic relationships should I have? This would be interesting. When it comes to relationships, there's hardly anyone around who is more excited than campaigners to share with their partners the bounty of ideas and eye-opening experiences life has to offer. Can I tell you? So my wife is an 81% intuitive, and I'm an 80% intuitive. And we knew we were soulmates when we started missing not just one exit while big on driving trips, but two. We would go driving around, and we would never even turn the radio on. We would talk for literally 2 hours straight, and we would miss exits because we would talk all of the time, and we would see through each other's BS. Yeah. And we just could not stop talking. And what's up with that weird CSS bug? I don't know. Smoking all that herb is probably to blame for the missed exits. I wish I could say that. I've never been one to do that. In fact, I've had really negative experiences with pot. Investment, oh, that's nice to say. Thank you. My wife and I used to be that way. We never talk anymore. I miss it. We don't talk nearly as much as we used to, but we still go on our dog walks and stuff, and we find something to talk about, and we're like, blah, 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 and I'm always talking over her, and then she gets mad, and then she's like, talks over me, and I don't say anything, and we just learn to get along, she's, but yeah, so anyway, it's been really fun to be with somebody you can do that with. Let's say a chance to connect with another soul. Oh my gosh. Yes. She's a medium. She can intuit. She does actually. She does. She intuits a lot, man. She's what's her rank? Oh, I'm not rank. Rank is the wrong word. I think she's I don't know. She does Reiki too. Yeah, she does Reiki. You guys know Reiki? Jenny, you're our kind of people. If you were here, we would be like, because she's like into all that stuff. She's got medium training. Doris, what was your rank? I mean, whatever type. Hey, Heiko. What I'm gonna guess you were EN.
What?
What was yours? I'm gonna look yours up now.
I'm a mediator.
You're a mediator, but do you remember your type? I should have her come sit here with me. You should come sit here.
ENFP-T.
Come here. Get a chair. Put some vodka in your coffee like I did. IN what? F?
INFP.
Here, you can have my chair.
No.
You have to sit. INF. No, not the nudes again. No more nudes. I only sent you one. It wasn't even a nude. It was just my shirt was off for like 10 seconds. I'll never live that one down. Did you guys ever see that one? I don't think it's available anymore. You gotta come over here. Here, I'll scoot over. Wait. Yeah, there you go. See, there's plenty of room for you. All right, let's figure this out. Like something needs to go. Wait. Okay, so we're on the romantic relationships part.
Wow.
So I had to bring you in here to like get the true story. Now, you guys, I'm getting like really red because now I can't like BS because she'll just call me on all my BS. Is this true?
Yes. This is
In fact, they even told us that. They said we would go walking, we would go like talking to them. I bet she goes, she doesn't. I said I talked over her. She goes, she doesn't need to talk because she's an intuitive. She can like, and I said, and then stuff.
I do not use Linux.
You do not use Linux. No, but she taught herself C. She did because she wanted to make something move.
I have to do that again soon.
I think Zeros is either drunk or vindictive. I haven't seen him in a while, and he's been saying some fun stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. It's just randomness. Don't get upset. Okay.
Do you want me to be?
And
that back and throw some back at him.
You got to learn not to do. You're the introvert. So you're
I'll
supposed
say
to be,
this. You're a very good typer.
Don't comment on that.
You're a very good typer.
This is a rated G stream.
Leads to other things.
You're getting me
strong
like
fingers.
no. This is not appropriate for this stream. Stop it. You're like making me like beet red now, and I look funny when I get red because I'm bald. All right, wait. Sai, what are we reading again? What were we reading?
No Linux, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah,
right up there with my typing speed.
What? Your typing speed?
No Linux, that's a deal breaker.
Oh, okay, true story. I found out after, how long have we been married? Oh, the dog's
9
here now.
years.
Now the dog wants to join us.
Up.
Come on. She's like, you guys can't do anything without me. All right, wait, I have a question. So how,
tell the typing story?
I have to tell the typing story. Okay, so what was, it's got vodka in it. You don't want it. She's like smelling. She's like, can I have some? All right, she ain't gonna last long, but she can step here for a second. So I have to tell the cyber story. So I forgot the story.
The story is that
How long was it?
if you would have found we were already married and you found out that I was
yeah, but how many months?
not
It was
a
like
proficient typer,
I
and
think
that would
it
have been
was-
a deal breaker for you had you found out earlier.
it was. I think it was like, it had to have been like 2 months in or something.
Probably.
No, we were married
I
already.
think we were married already.
Yeah, because so so we were married
I mean,
already.
we got married after 6 months. So
Yeah, it was.
not saying-
But I'm telling you, you got to know the full story because we talked to each other for 6 hours straight on all those car rides. We got an accelerated courtship. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's a beautiful doggo. Can you believe this is a rat terrier?
And boxer.
Rat terrier and boxer mix. How did that work?
There was also a mini pin in there with a golden retriever. That's even scary.
I don't even want to go there. Those dogs getting freaky. Bald redness is hot. Oh yeah, because I'm like getting kind of. So anyway, I found out that she was like a finger typer.
What did I say? I said I type as fast as I think.
And
he
she
goes,
did. She
"That's
goes.
not a
She
good
goes.
thing."
I don't need to type any faster than I can think. And I'm like, okay. I was like, because that was like one of my hangups, like people who did not touch type, because I'm like that's a thing for me.
I did not take typing in high school.
No.
Because I was in high school in the 80s and I was not going to be a secretary.
No, I'm not going to be a freaking secretary.
I'm not going to be an administrative assistant.
No.
So just like you have done things to force your hand,
This is true.
I did
I
not. To force my
am not
hand
going to learn typing because I refuse to be
somebody's secretary.
somebody's secretary.
Yep.
A typer, right? A pecker typer. Hunter and pecker, which is the appropriate term.
Yes, but I did go to welding school, so there.
Oh God, yes.
So when something needs to be fixed around the house, I do it. There you go.
Yeah, and she makes
He can type.
and she makes fun of me. She mansplains things to me all the time
Absolutely.
too. It's great. It's great. I have a whole new insight into sexual harassment. It's true.
Wait.
It's kind of
The
true.
male type in 8th grade and got fast enough that who cares?
And I
about
don't touch type.
typing.
Because it's mostly about thinking,
I had
right?
a brother word processor that was amazing. That I could carry it. It was like a suitcase. It had the handle.
You like did the brother like this?
No, I didn't do that. I used couple fingers. I'm not this.
Well,
I use a couple. I just don't use
all
the
right,
whole thing.
Watch this about this dog. If I stop petting her, she's got somebody already petting her, but she has to have all the people petting her at the same time.
Even if there's 3 people.
If there's 3 people, she'll like nudge that person with their foot or something. It's like, no, you all have to be petting me. Right, Sam? She's like,
she purrs in her
and
way.
she purrs, and she makes me violently allergic.
Yeah,
so if
she
I
does.
start to break out or stop
you probably
breathing,
will.
right, Sam? You seeing this? I'm talking here. It's like, no, you need to pet me more. Sam is such an ENFP. Well, speaking, okay, I taught myself to type blindly.
Wow.
One hand isn't good enough either. She needs 2 hands for each person. It's true.
Sam does not use Linux.
No. Her full name, by the way, is Samadhi.
But nobody wanted to say
But nobody wants to say that, so we call her Sammy. Right, Sam? Right, Sam? You're a good girl.
Oh, you know why she came here?
Why?
It's 8:52.
It's that time again. Do you dare me to say the word?
Right into the camera.
We have to say it. We say things like this. We say, do you want to do the thing with the thing? Because if we use any of the words, she knows it. Watch. Just like watch. Let's see if she detects it on camera. Hey, Doris, do you think we should go for a walk? Wait, shh. She doesn't quite know. She's like,
I think I heard it.
She says, I think I heard it. Yeah, like, because I don't know. It's about that time for us to go for a walk, right, Doris?
Probably.
Yeah, I think we should go for a
wanna
walk. I wonder if Sam wants to go for a walk. Does Sam want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk, Sam? Okay. All right. So we'll turn it down. We'll be back from the walk, and then I'll turn it back up. I guess I could find you some music or something while we put our coats on. Yeah, there's like some kind of fun music on the YouTube that is actually okay to watch, listen to. It's in the studio. I'll put the romantic hip hop chill on. How about that? Can we do that? That's a nice thing for tonight. Or do we want the old lang syne kind of stuff? All right. So filter genre. C'est le genre de hip hop et rap. Et puis quelque chose. Enfin, pourquoi je n'arrive pas à le faire? À l'appuyer. J'arrive pas à l'appuyer correctement. Cela, eh ben, il faut ajouter quelque chose de romantique. Mais ça, c'est vrai. Chill up. Il semble que chill up est romantique. Hip hop romantique. Ça veut dire, ah oui, à play, comme ça. CRF music, I don't know what that is. Oh, I could do Harris Heller. Yeah, Harris Heller's is way better. Let's do his. Amen, brother. I love that someone told me about Harris Heller. Harris Heller is awesome. Harris Heller. Now say that in Anglo-Saxon. I cannot, Jenny. Can you? You demand. Wait. Music. You found me a link? God bless you. Open link. This dog is going to wait. Dog, Sam, are you ready? Oh, look at what Jenny's pulling out the diacritics and everything. What? Are you guys seeing this? Harris Heller is ending his channel. It's got to be a different channel. It's making the I here as well. You know what? Yeah. I used to be an I. I used to be an INTJ. I kid you not. I was an INTJ. This is why we're debating whether you can change it or not. And so yeah. Heller, copyright. I was an INTJ. I was an INTJ for years, and apparently something changed when I left the Mormon church and turned 53. I mean, that's kind of annoying, but not too bad. All right, let me turn that down so don't blow your ears out. I suppose that's fine. You guys can turn it down. I'll be back in like 20-30 minutes. The dog must be walked. When I return, we shall finish my evaluation with my wife. See you soon. dog heard the first firework, and she was not having it. She's still traumatized. She doesn't want to come back up here. Turn down our chill up. Maybe I'll leave the chill up on.
She's going to hiding.
Where are you going?
Under the table.
She's under the table. The dog is under our table. She thinks she's gonna die. She does. She thinks. Oh, you can come over more. You gotta like scoot. Hey.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not that way.
What? Oh.
This this way. Okay, that's
Here?
fine. That's fine. That's good. All right. All right. I don't even. They're all gone. They're all like on breaks now.
Oh, okay.
So they'll like wake up eventually. So we can just read this together and figure it out. I know it's weird seeing yourself, is it not? Doris, not Dolores, but yeah, rant about art stuff for a change. I always hear your nerdy programming stuff.
Oh, someone had posted that thing. Start an argument in 5 words or less. That's not political. And I said abstract art is lame.
Ooh, those are fighting words. She's got opinions.
I do, but I don't want to.
That's good. Our opinions are like on different things though, so we don't really conflict too much, except for when we do.
Yes.
Doris was a C nymph.
Only I can't go in the sea because allergies.
Yeah, that was almost a
deal breaker.
That was almost another deal breaker.
No sushi for you.
I had to give up sushi. I was like taking sushi making stuff to parties and stuff as a single guy, and then
my kids were little and they threw sashimi tuna around because we ate it so much. That's the allergies.
Because she married a Chinese guy and got to eat all that great stuff, and then now you're allergic and now it kills you.
I've eaten it all. I'm good.
You remember
all
this?
the weird
Remember
stuff.
when we went to the hospital and you double dosed your EpiPen?
Well, it was good because we didn't get any service.
No, we did not. Because America.
Because America, unless you're dying, then even they might be like, whatever.
All right, happy relationships stuff. We're talking about this here. When it comes to relationship, there's hardly anyone around who is more excited than campaigners to share with their partners the bounty of ideas and open-eyed experiences life has to offer. In other words, you can't get them to shut up on walks with the dog.
Which is why they really enjoy when their spouse live streams.
Yeah, because
It
why?
takes the burden off.
Then I
all
get
that
to talk to
listening.
all of them, and she gets a break.
I do. It's awesome. I highly support this endeavor.
For people with a campaigner, relationships are a joyous process of mutual exploration and imagination. Amen. A chance to connect with another soul. Campaigners. Does this apply to everybody though? We've been wondering. We've been wondering about that. So like the weaknesses, like who doesn't get stressed? You know, it's like everybody gets stressed, right? Why does it just me? What else we got? Are known for their uninhibited and unshakable devotion to people to whom they've committed their hearts. I don't know about that. I mean, you, but not.
Yeah, well, we don't want to go into psychoanalysis here.
Yeah, campaigners have an advantage of irresistible charm when it comes to attracting. I don't buy that for a second. Campaigners' warmth, excitement, and passion are alluring.
This campaigner got divorced, though.
Yeah. No, I got divorced in a big way.
But you know why? Go back up. Because it wasn't a mutual exploration of imagination.
This is true.
That's why. It wasn't being
Yeah.
that wasn't being fulfilled.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I'm contemplating, thinking, because it's like, yeah. In the dating phase, if campaigners said to be tolerate such a formal process to begin with, they show these qualities by showering their new flames with affection and will do everything they can to build a strong relationship. Interesting. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
That's like when you were stoned in Central Park and you were on my lap.
We agreed never to speak of that publicly. That's the first thing you throw out there. I'm turning beet red again. True story, though.
He couldn't walk.
True story. I was like grabbing her hand. I was grabbing her hand. Save me from this massive panic attack I'm having. Fun fact. Don't do pot, boys and girls.
If you have anxiety
Because
issues.
if you have anxiety issues, because if you do too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
overeating on pot means you have massive anxiety attack, which is not a fun experience.
No, especially if it's strong.
Yeah. It was not my only experience with it, but definitely my most memorable. It's, the people in Central Park are so amazing, too. They walk right by you and they pretend not to even look at you. Balance it with MDMA. I don't know. We're not going to talk about that right now. So I'm told. What kind of dating phrase? You can actually talk about these topics in certain states in the union now because it's okay.
My son's moving to Massachusetts.
Yes. Yes. Make that money. You cannot live without a fire.
Huh.
Long distance relationships are common with campaigners?
See, I told you, because you would go
You think
travel.
I would?
You would totally travel.
I think I probably would if that's a thing. There are demonstrations of campaigners' mystery, idealism, and deep emotion, and such efforts often keep the flames of a relationship burning bright. People with a campaigner personality type express their ideals sexually as well. I don't know what that means. Exploring the physical and imagination and passion, viewing these times together as a chance to let their feelings for each other shine. Who wrote this? Sharing their love and affection. Campaigners will willingly experiment with their partners, even early in a relationship. Oh my. We need to move on now. But they can also be oddly perfectionist, believing that these physical acts are representation of a deeper love and as such should not be performed carelessly. I don't even know what they're talking about. No. This perfectionism is also a reflection of their sensitivity, their desire to not disappoint, and campaigners appreciate a well-placed compliment. All right, moving on.
Occasional neediness and emotional ups and downs.
I speed up the reading in certain parts. Yeah, this is very uncomfortable. Not everyone can handle the excitement, occasional neediness, and emotional up and downs of this philosophy entails, whether long distance or long-term, mystical or physical. Campaigners constantly explore new ideas and improvements, fantasize about future possibilities. In dating, this tendency to look at potential rather than the present can be self-defeating. Rose-colored glasses syndrome.
Yes.
Do you guys know about this? AKA clingy. Yeah. Yeah. Rose-colored glasses too. It's like I have this thing where I can like romanticize the crap. I actually stood in an alcove.
Tendencies.
I did. I stood in an alcove waiting for this like romantic rom-com movie experience with this person who was never going to show up, but I thought that she would remember and she would like figure out my cryptic messages that I sent, and she was going to land there and meet me, and it was going to be this happy romantic thing. And you know what happened?
Role playing.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
I showed up at your door though.
You did.
There
you did. Even when I was like, yeah.
See, campaigners sometimes live individually, but
also can be married.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is me.
Yes.
That is definitely
your own
me.
Interest and pursuits, and then you're choosing to be together rather than.
That is me. I would be all over the world. I'd be traveling all over if I could.
As long as I have that big garage.
Yeah.
Studio.
Yeah, then you can do your thing,
yeah,
right?
Then I'm fine.
See that blew my mind the first time you told me that. It's like you can actually have a relationship and even not be in the same house like every day. You can actually be like going all over the place, right? But anyway, married for 10 years, and right now my campaign is to get through the next 16 years and get my young kid out of the house. And only campaign, yeah, that's a good campaign.
Don't rush it.
If their partners aren't able to reciprocate these acts of excitement and devotion, campaigners will likely end up feeling unhappy and misunderstood.
Yes.
Probably true. I don't think I've ever had that. So you think you know the real me. Campaigners go all in with their relationships. Oh my God, is that true?
Yeah.
I think that's true. I do the whole defensive thing sometimes. But yeah, why are we doing? I don't know why. This was fun. This was fun, and okay. I'm trying to figure out why we're doing this again, just for fun.
Yada yada.
Can be plagued with blah blah blah. Depression. Yeah. Mutual interest, mutual growth, and mutual responsibility.
Jump forward to career path.
I do too. Can we do that?
Yeah, this is like blah 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 blah.
See if you'd be a good streamer.
What did it say about your parenthood? Mine was spot on.
Parenthood.
It said I'm not good at disciplining or structuring, but I help my kids grow.
Yes.
And be independent, free spirits.
Oh, we'll go through the friendships fast.
Oh, okay.
All right, friendships. Supportive, sharing, blah blah. You know what? I don't have friends.
No.
I bet you this is how we know this is wrong, because this is going to say I have lots of friends. Well,
No, it can say you have lots of people around you, huge circle of friends, whereas mine says I have very few friends, but they're very loyal.
But I'm picky with my close friends.
Yeah, but you go and make friends. It all depends how you're
friends are for people who don't have computers. Yeah. All right. Yeah, enough of that. Parenthood. I let's just put that. I'm not like a model parent, other than the D&D stuff I did and stuff. But other than that, if there's that makes campaigners great parents, is the sense of wonder they have for things new and beautiful. Since they will be, I thought my child was an alien coming out of my ex-wife, and it freaked me out. I felt guilty for feeling that.
Unstructured environment too.
Be able to share. Okay, throughout their child's life, campaigners provide a combination of almost overwhelming love and support, and an unstructured environment revolving around freedom and creativity. I did do that. By withholding XP. No, but I gave bonus XP for doing their chores. I'm telling you, there are so many facets of parenting that can be influenced by D&D.
That's smart. He introduced his kid to Linux.
What? Nice.
Yeah.
You took an opportunity to get him interested. Yes.
That is right on.
Yeah. That's just like looking at what they're interested in. We would make robotic arms into toys, and then we'd pick up all the toys. And I got them to do the work. I would trick them.
My kids would not.
Electrum pieces for each tour completed. Exactly. 10 Electrum. Exactly. No, I would pay them stuff in the game for doing chores, even though it wasn't real. It's fantastic. Privileges from kids who works the best. Lives 3 doors down with his ultimate kryptonite. Is taking that away. Oh, wow. That is really, he takes stuff away like that? Interesting. Yeah, my oldest, who's autistic, back when I was with him, we would take his homework away. He hated it. Who uses Electrum pieces? Silver, gold, platinum. That's all you need. D&D humor. Campaigner parents are playful and warm.
Oh, that's true, because you DM'd for your kids.
I did. I played. I was, dude. I made up Nerf war games. I made up all kinds of things. In that particular thing. What are you doing? She's like, will you just move on?
Know.
She always does this. She takes over my computer and controls it. Hey, Evgeny Smirnov.
Yours is actually similar to mine, so it's probably good we didn't parent together.
I thought at first that ENFP-T is yet another language standardization committee. See, these are the kind of
I
jokes.
don't get those jokes.
I see. All right. Electrum is the AD&D DM's Bitcoin. Exactly. It's funny too, because it's actually called there's an app called Electrum, right? What are you reading? Which part are you reading?
I'm reading it when they're teenagers.
What happens?
It means you're not good with teens.
I'm not good with teenagers? Well, I didn't get to be with the teenagers. I lost that. I used to play D&D online, and that game got ruined by expansions. Yes.
Leaving their parents wondering if their ideas of raising children actually work.
I'll never know. D&D has an online version. Yes, it does. As an adolescent child withdrawal, they leave unsolved. What are you doing?
I wanted to go faster.
It doesn't always do that.
I am a fast reader. I might not be a fast typer, but I'm a fast
How long
reader.
did you take you to do the whole Witcher series?
No.
Like a week? 2 weeks? Yeah, it's on Steam. Yeah, it is.
All right, career path.
All right, career path. It's career path. Next one. All right, so career path. I want to do yours next. Can we do yours, please?
No,
Can we please do yours?
No.
Please?
It just says I'm an introvert and creative. That's it.
Okay.
Done.
Can't fly. I want to do the Harry Potter one.
Oh yeah, I was a Ravenclaw.
You're a Ravenclaw for sure. You looked already. Can't fly helicopters, and an oceanographer who writes songs. What? It's a big world, perhaps even too big. Campaigners are fascinated by new ideas, both in terms of deployment. I already know what they're going to say. I like everything. This wonder with the magnificent breadth and detail of the world. I do. I love everything, which gets me in trouble. So then I have to do everything. I want to learn languages. I want to learn tech. I want to learn people.
A career. And even in tech, selecting what kind of tech you want to
Baz
do.
Luhrmann, most of the most amazing 40-year-olds I know still don't know what they want to be. The Sunscreen song, if you haven't heard it, go listen to it. We should put it on. Let's see. I warn you, unless you're going to spend $150 bucks in the newest expansion, you're gonna. Are you talking about the D&D? Yeah. I don't know. The new one is supposed to be okay. If there's a challenge they face with a career, it's the lack of talent
It's not the lack of talent.
or drive. It's that there's too many things that are so. Oh my God. Is this true for everybody though? So could they just all be saying
I
it?
don't know. No, I think some people don't actually have that many options.
Well, people come in the stream all the time and say, "I'm bored. Tell me what to do." I'm like, "I'm bored. She's bored. We're all bored."
This is not true, Jenny. I have met people who actually have no interest in doing anything else and want the most boring job possible because
Really?
it's predictable.
They want a
But
predictable.
they would not be in your stream.
trade, but they would not be here probably.
No, they wouldn't be in here.
It's like that person on the Twitter. It's like on the Twitter. I am the king of putting definite articles in front of things that don't need them.
Oh,
So, and those people tend to
not
read personality.
because they don't have much personality.
No, it's like seriously. There's a Twitter feed. Why would I learn anything that doesn't relate to my job? And they got blasted on
They're
Twitter.
just like, they just want to know their job and then they want to go home.
And they wanna go home and
drink a beer, watch.
I don't
sports.
even. What personality type is that?
I don't know. Boring.
Boring.
Suburban.
Boring suburban. Boring
Followers.
joiners.
Joiners.
Sorry, we don't mean to offend you. We're just having fun.
I'm pretty sure none of those people are on this.
If given the choice, I prefer a position without responsibility and pressure. There you go. Og likes
Yes.
it. I've been a manager and responsibility. Yeah, nobody wants that.
But there's a difference between having responsibility
Low T
and
joiners.
being independent in your job and not having to be responsible for people, and having a job where there's like very strict parameters and you just follow the rules and you're done.
So what I want to know is, you're an I whatever, right? You're I. Were you I or E? Were you introvert?
As an introvert.
So, but how did you do the manager thing?
Actually,
then?
it was right on because I encouraged my people to think for themselves and be independent, and I didn't try to micromanage them.
You definitely didn't do that.
No.
And if
And
somebody
I
tried to do
wanted-
that, you
I
like
also
let them have a new
wanted
one.
them to learn and grow and like
Yeah.
take my job. I wasn't one of those people that hoards
Yeah.
responsibility or needs to take credit.
Yeah, people still contact her
They
and
said
say,
the
"Thank you
biggest-
so much for helping me like break out of my mental prison," kind of thing.
Yeah, the biggest part was that probably when I had to discipline people.
INTJ, see,
That
Jen's
was
an
because
INTJ.
it was like sometimes a little too little or too much. Because then when they crossed the line, then I was like an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
Because it's like I've given you this independence, I expect you to do things.
Yeah, and if you don't do
and
it,
then if you're trying to get over,
then you're just
or sneak
intellectually
around,
lazy.
Yeah, then I'm pissed.
I had no
and then I'm
tolerance
like
for
off
that.
with their head.
Yeah,
So
because you gave them a chance, they did do
Yes.
it. Jenny, I actually was an INTJ. That was my first thing that I got back in my 20s. Anyway, yeah, behavior. And when you have to fire somebody you don't really think deserves it, yeah. I've been having really a lot of fun watching Designated Survivor because they do all this. All the human dynamics are like constantly on display about how you treat each other during these kind of things. And I just like that. Anyway. The opening of a door can be a wonderful, joyous moment. Chief among campaigners' talents is the people skills, a quality that is even more valuable. You know what? See, I was a cruise director. I guess I had people skills for that. Well, I just don't ever think that's
but that's
like a
different.
job.
That's different from having a project to get to
Yeah.
a deadline.
There's something about having a project with an end date that makes me feel like I'm accomplishing more than managing an entire cruise of 150
But
people.
it sounds like you were better at managing a cruise.
You know what?
Because you weren't as emotionally
What?
invested in the product.
I think that might be. I don't know. Like
Because it sounds to me like if you would have to be a tech manager
yeah.
and have people get to the finish line, you've kind of been an asshole in that.
What is it when
Not
I'm
pulling
asking
their
these people too? What is it when I like working with people, I don't like being responsible for other people's performance? Is that a different thing? Like I hate having my fate tied
Right.
to other people's success.
Oh, yeah.
So if they choose to not be successful
Right.
for whatever reason, I don't want it to affect me.
Right.
I'm like, I want to give them the freedom to fail and all that stuff,
Well,
but
think
I don't
that's-
want to.
That's part of that whole, if you're a kind of leader who inspires people
Right.
to work or not, or you just expect it, where I think you're not the inspiring type.
I think we call that lame. I am definitely lame. I'm definitely lame because I like helping people work and be successful, but I don't like taking teams don't work like that, right? Yeah, interesting. And when other people unpredictable, it's a real dice shoot when they're going to work out and be productive or not. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
that's what they say. The worst thing is to hire
Well,
bad
you know
people,
what?
right?
When you take time to personally put in a person and it doesn't take, you just have to be like, hey, maybe this isn't the right
Yeah.
fit, or maybe this isn't the job for you, and you should
Right.
go do something else.
Actually, that's one of the things I like about watching that series, the Designated Survivors, because this president who was a professor who got thrown into the role now has to deal with really tough issues and has to like fire people nicely without and be respectful, even though they did really bad stuff. You know, it's like whatever.
Well, Jenny,
uh-oh.
Otto showed me a video about how people are actually would prefer to celebrate. Well, most people.
Most
so this
people?
Is not a percentage
Uh-oh.
wise. Most people would prefer to be in a team because then there's a greater celebration when the whole team wins than on their own. And then they're saying when the whole team sucks, then they don't feel like it's just them.
It offsets
sucks.
their suckage.
It's everybody sucks.
Yeah, we all
it
suck.
Takes the brunt of the suckage away.
Yeah.
Because it's not just
You know,
on
that's
them.
funny because I did an experiment. I was playing a soccer game once upon a time in high school. This is a story. It's a short one. But I was playing a soccer game, and we were the bad news bears of soccer. That's an old reference, but whatever. And I mean, we lost every game. And one game, just for fun, because I knew we were going to lose, I did an experiment. No kidding. I actually did this. I said, this game, just for fun, I am going to go to every one of these players that I am near, and I am deliberately going to just as much praise for every single little thing that they do as possible. It was an experiment. And we won.
Yeah.
And it was all lies. I went up to them. I knew that they sucked.
Always say that if they believe it takes the pressure
Right.
off, and then it's mental conditioning.
It was the craziest thing ever. It was a total experiment. I said, look, I am literally, since we're not going to lose, I don't care if I play my position. So I ran over the entire field, and every single person, I showered them with the craziest, flattest praise I could imagine.
You won by luck.
You think we won? We probably did win by luck. But it just blew me away because they did play better.
Yeah.
Even though they were like, I was just doing it as an experiment, and
Yeah.
I didn't really, I felt, dirty for telling them they were good when they sucked, because they really did suck.
Yeah.
But we won. So yeah, that's the thing. Type mine NEFI. What is that one? That's an interesting one. Cruise where nothing being a supervisor, and the only one that was consistent and proficient I had just to sit back and struggle through those days. Yeah, and I don't.
That's just the way it goes.
But yeah.
That's when you have to ask yourself, are you in the right place?
Yeah. But then if you're just like all by yourself, you're not going to get stuff done. Oh, well, look at that one. It really doesn't, Williams. We know that. T. Williams. We know it doesn't. We're just having fun. We also like astrology and Harry Potter classifications and I Ching. I Ching is really fun, man. Can we do some I Ching?
Of that.
I want to do some more I Ching. I Ching is just
astrology.
Oh, ooh. I said astrology.
You told him already that the two ladies made up the whole.
I did.
Test.
Well, according to Adam Ruins Everything, which Green Jenny now reminds me is dubious on occasion. So we need to check our sources.
See, it was actually created in the magazine arbitrarily.
Yeah, I know. We know that. That's why we're having fun with it. You're Aquarius. Now all I can think of is the age of Aquarius in my head now because I'm that old. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
That's another thing about dating people at your age. They get your references. The 20-somethings didn't get the references. They did not. Did not get my references.
All my Logan's Run references.
Yes. We watched Logan's Run together.
Because I was like, no one at work gets my Logan's Run reference.
The age of Pisces. Guess what she is? Should we tell them what you are?
The Gemini.
Gemini.
Obviously.
Obviously.
But both our exes were Pisces.
Yes, they were Pisces.
Both.
Pescatarian. Faster. Thinking types may be better at applying logic in systems. Most campaigners, personality type, are able to apply same logic to human interactions. This is funny because this is how I look at knowledge all the time, and I look at associations as if I'm writing software.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, how do you do your thing? Pisces is allergic to fish. No, my current. My ex was a Pisces, and now
I'm allergic to fish.
Dude, she is the polar opposite of my ex, and if you're watching ex of mine,
I'm better.
No, no negative energy, but we're happy.
I hope your wife isn't in pieces.
Did somebody write it like that? Oh, sigh. I'm a little bit nervous. A little bit embarrassed. I am self-filtering so much right now. Just want to say, should probably okay. Next. This lends campaigners a solid foothold in any human science or service, from psychology, counseling, and teaching to politics, diplomacy, and detective work.
Oh my.
You're better detective than I am. You were like...
You know why?
She is the world's best stalker, dude.
I'm not.
She is too. Now watch her get red.
I worked in an investigative field as a career.
She was paid for stalking.
So it is what it is.
Rub.filter sexy. She's sending me Ruby code, which I still love Ruby. I love Ruby. Jenny, don't you think it? I don't. I do. I really love it. Useful when I've actually found someone that understood how the data structure worked, as opposed to just repeating you should be a shepherd. Oh, is there? Wait. There's one for shepherd book and
I don't know.
There's like a Firefly one too. We got to do all of
there?
these.
Oh.
It's like a fun pastime. Anyway.
Yeah, I would totally be.
It's not impossible to be a good in these fields and content, this is where campaigners truly shine. What? Not possible to be good in these fields and content with the way things are. Oh.
Do not shine in systems of strict regimentation and hierarchy, such as military service.
God. I actually joined the ROTC for like 1 week, and I was like, oh, hell no. All of these fields have another important similarity. They are in constant development.
Yeah, just like you. There's
They're
always
shifting,
new tech.
Presenting new angles and new approaches.
Always new tech.
Yeah, but it's, I don't want to consider myself a trend chaser. You know what I mean? But I do like the new stuff. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
LDS heavy hierarchy. I would say yes.
The definition of hierarchy.
And no free time. Schedule everything.
Oh, yeah. You have no idea. I'm avoiding a rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah.
That's their word.
Moving on.
All right. Too many bosses, too few workers. Where campaigners do not shine is in systems of strict regimentation hierarchy, like the Mormon church. You didn't last long in the Catholics either. Technically, you're still a Catholic.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
My
you are.
mother likes to believe
Your
that.
mother are? All right. Well, campaigners thrive on the ability to question status quo and explore the alternatives. And if this is a quality that is not just appreciated, but actually frowned upon, this will not only make them unhappy, but it may threaten their emotional stability.
That was you as a
water
Mormon.
boiler.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrado. The MBTI was based off of Carl Jung's study of the Indian. I think.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I think that thing like Ayurveda, astrology, and personality types are all attempts to map the human personality.
Everyone thinks they question. No, Jenny, again.
Thinks they question the status quo.
I know lots of people that fucking love the status quo.
Don't say the F word. What? My wife is from New York. So, what?
There are lots of people that find safety in the status quo, and they do not want to shake the status quo up.
That I know because I've been around them.
Yes.
They like recipes for things, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're happy
Jenny,
in that.
I think Jenny only has cool friends. That's her problem.
Yeah, she got too many cool friends. Repetition, predictability, boredom. Yeah. Time to rock the boat. I am definitely a water boiler. I'm happy, proud water boiler right here. But you know what? I don't like. Sometimes I feel like I might be overly being contrarian just because I want to be contrarian, and I'm trying to check myself. And then when I count it all up, I'm like, no, I actually am not. I really don't agree with this thing. So anyway, people with a campaigner personality type need to feel like they're pushing boundaries and exploring ideas, and if they don't, and should focus on interesting careers that encourage that. Many more career options satisfy this need, not just scientific ones.
Writing.
Journalism. I love writing in journalism. Ooh, can I be a journalist? I'm gonna go back to school for 4 years to be a journalist.
Okay.
That's the problem.
You can go to school online.
She says yes too easily. Huh?
I just want you to be happy and fulfilled. So
And
I can do the same
so
thing.
you can have your garage with the kiln.
If I say you can't do what you want, then you'll say I can't do what I want, and then it's not.
Is that I don't know.
Yeah.
But we do need a kiln. That's my goal. Goals for 2021. A home with a kiln.
Mark my words.
And
By
insurance.
this time next year, I will be.
Personality is such an inaccurate. Yeah, it is. It is an inaccurate. Just get a Substack and be a journalist.
I said he should be a technical
Journalist. I would totally love that.
Yes.
That's my thing. Because I have, well, you don't want to hear that. But I just think, no skilling needed. It's true, too. You look at all the independent journalists with a phone right now. You know, and then they get like smacked down. They can't.
Look, entrepreneurs and consultants blazing their own trails. You are the unicorn.
We're not the unicorn. We chase the unicorns and teach people how to be unicorns.
You should have just stood up and said, "I am the
hell no
unicorn."
I'm gonna be the effing unicorn. At least I want to be.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine who was like this. Once I challenged you with, "You're a contrarian. Disagree with me."
That's like when Otto messes with you with your mama jokes and you can't say anything back to him.
Because you're his mama.
Yes.
I said, "Oh yeah, well your mama is." "Oh yeah, she is." Well, sometimes. It started with some wackadoodle writing pamphlets. It really did. It did. It may come to pass that the best way forward for campaigner personalities is to establish themselves blazing their own trail on whatever project comes across their mind that they'll never finish without good friends and a team. I wish Quint were here. Quint, if you're out there, my buddy, he's one of the many people. Actually, Zero's Theory, if he's still here, he was my like feet on the ground kind of people. Like, okay, can we just stay with this for 5 minutes now, please? Please, can we do that? And for people who don't like that, boy, oh my God, it was annoying. Did you think there was a guy yesterday? It was like, "You're a horrible teacher. You can't focus forever. It takes you 2.5 hours to talk about anything." I said, "Yeah, and?"
See, that was a great thing about teaching ceramics, because I'm like, no, you can't just finish one thing.
I think
you have to work on multiple things simultaneously that are all in a different part of the process.
I think I've been permanently red this whole stream. My face is so embarrassed. Look at how red I am compared to your gypsy head. This is my gypsy.
You do the bare minimum and you're pretty dull. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as we established, any of those people don't take the quiz, so they don't have to factor that.
They don't take the quiz. That's true. From a manager standpoint, it really sucks to have micromanager those type of people. It's like my 3-year-old constantly having to redirect back on task. Yeah, my ex father-in-law was like that, man. He would micromanage everything. He would call me like every 10 minutes. "Have you mowed the lawn? Have you done this?" And I'm like, he showed up. Well, I'm not going to tell that story. No, not that story. Not that story.
Moving on.
Inappropriate story. From a manager standpoint, it really sucks.
Workplace habits.
Wait, okay.
That's nice.
Are rare in my experience. Really? You must have really great people in your life, Jenny.
I would say
she's got great people in her life.
Consider yourself lucky.
Under managers are way more common. Really?
Wow.
Under managers.
People were they just like checking out. I'm gonna go play
I suppose it depends on the industry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Middle path. Another INFJ is the vegan of MBTI. You're an INTJ, so obviously I have to tell everyone about it constantly. The vegan of personalities. I was okay. So Data, go look at yours. So I have it right here, I think. So I was an INTJ when I did this test in my 20s, and now I'm 53 and I'm no longer a Mormon and I'm a completely different type. So I'm like, but this type that I'm reading about now describes me better than the other one, but we're still trying to decide if that's because, horoscopes and things like that, astrology describes you perfectly also. Except when you're an INTP. Yeah. I've never done that test. Most people don't. I mean, look, it's just fun. We're just having fun. I think a few people have pointed out that it's not real serious. It's as fun as doing the I Ching. You guys know about I Ching when you roll the coins every day. It's really fun, actually. Is it real? No. I think a lot of these activities just give you a chance they just cause you to focus on what's going on in your life. And in that sense, I don't think they're necessarily wrong. But if you say, "I am not going to get a blood transfusion today because my horoscope said I don't need one," that's a different thing, right? Right? Yeah. Something like that. What are you looking up there?
See, mine said, "I need a calling, not a job."
You need a calling, not a job. A calling. I like that. Jung's notion of the I Ching is that it spurs your mind to make connections to things you don't otherwise pay attention to.
Oh.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, it does. That makes sense.
That is brilliant. That's why I enjoy it so much. Because here's another thing. Somebody was complaining about not having journaled their whole life on Twitter today, and I was like, I don't have any of my, should I just retroactively start journaling? Because they were starting to regret they didn't have their experiences written down, and of course I'm an over journaler, but I think the I Ching, doing it daily, causes you to pause and reflect.
Yeah, there's so many different.
There's so many different. Even reading your
like
horoscope.
The morning pages.
Yeah, if you read the horoscope every day, it's forcing you to take a little meditative moment to look at yourself.
What is that thing? The mind will make connections even when they're.
The mind will make connections when they're not. So even though it might be full of crap, it's causing you to think about stuff. That's really interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Big 5 personality traits. Hey, thanks for that, Arnaldo. Seen it described as like grave rubbing. That you put a piece of paper across a gravestone you can't read and rub a pencil or charcoal on it. Shows the structure underneath. I Ching is like that. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, it definitely. I tell you what. When I was going through it, it was definitely helping. But I guess there's a lot of ways you can do that. I mean, you can do your morning pages. So you're a big morning pages person. You guys know about this? Should we tell them about the morning pages?
I'm sure they know about it.
Morning pages is just where you. The Voight Conf test is legit, though. Oh, I might have to do that one. I'm a big fan of that.
Prisons. Yeah, they painted the prison rooms pink, I think, too, to calm them down. And my family found about that, and my son wanted his room pink.
He wanted his room pink.
Really enjoyed it, Max.
But he's colorblind-ish.
Yeah, but he
How colorblind is he, by the way?
He's not super colorblind.
Oh, so he can still see.
Yeah, he could see that.
Yeah. You want to be that one? Interesting. Git commits count as journaling. No, they don't. Unless you're doing it like in a notebook, right? Walking through a desert and you come across a tortoise. What do you do? Is that a test? I don't know. It freaks me out. You know what? Otto was asking us about this recently. Remember what was that thing? I should get him in here. He was asking us this question about how would you solve the problem? Would you think about it or would you not think about it? There's another... I can't remember. I have to ask him. I'll ask him later. Workplace habits. There are 2 basic things that campaigners seek most in the workplace: the chance to explore new ideas and the chance to conduct that exploration alongside other people who share that excitement. You guys, remember the other day when I said, I will not stop live streaming? I refuse to give it up. Why? Because it's now a part of this real core part of me. I love exchanging ideas. And the chance to explore new ideas and the chance to conduct the exploration alongside other people. By the way, notice that none of it talks about assessing them for their performance. It's about exploring with others. Let's go on an adventure kind of thing. From what I remember, the Myers-Briggs and to X plus AB and the data changes. Yes, that's how it works. Yep, that's what we've been learning. My internship included asking me the question: you're driving down an old dirt road in a truck and your lights go out. What do you do?
That's like right up there with the blender.
Yeah, you jump out.
I don't know. You pull over and see.
I love that scene. This scene from the internship from Google. I almost don't want to give it away. Have you guys seen? It's called The Internship. It's these 2 old sales dudes who lose their job and try to get an internship at Google in their 40s, and they ask them the question about the blender. Stop the vehicle. Yeah, they ask them a question about the blender, but I don't want to spoil it. But their answer is amazing. It's like the perfect answer. And they by the way, they do the interview from the library because they don't have video conferencing, and they have to push the little kid away. Go away.
I don't even think they had computers. Or
no, they don't. They don't have computers. They don't have internet. So they had to go to the library to do their live interview. It was so funny. Anyway, it's a good one. It's if you have to like, what's his face though? What's that guy's name? The big guy.
I can't think of it now.
Yeah, it's called The Internship. Predict a bunch of coworker types. Yeah, well, it's supposed to predict them, but we don't know if that's actually true or not. Got you points for the interview was asking, is it daytime or nighttime? Really? No. Why would that? Okay. Well, I probably would fail. The cognitive functions explain the primary way the brain thinks. The cognitive functions of the ENFP are extroverted intuition, introverted feeling. Yes, and that's what we've been kind of going through here. So these qualities show along all other levels of hierarchy. At all levels of hierarchy, though much like other diplomat personality types, campaigners would prefer that they be hardly a hierarchy at all, and I totally agree with that. People with the campaigner personality type possess warmth, creativity, and an open-mindedness that make them excellent listeners when they're not talking. If these qualities are recognized by their employers, they will always be able to count on their campaigner employees to intuitive and boost morale, which that's probably fair. ENFP and INFT? Really? Wait, because I think I married that one. Wait, that's not it.
What did it say?
I'm trying to, yeah.
I'm right here.
I
INF, right here.
I have you right here.
I'm an INFP.
Apparently, look, they're,
That's an INFP.
from what I remember.
Oh. An INFP.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. We'll figure it out. Happy New Year, silly boy. Silly boy. Subordinates. I self-identify as SMTP. That's an inside joke.
Okay.
SMTP is a mail server transfer protocol.
I remember that actually. Because I care about your interests.
You actually heard me talk about that?
Before you had live streaming.
We covered that.
I was your only
audience.
Yeah,
we covered that.
Okay.
She's definitely taken on that role of the like listening, underestimating Eldoris. No, you know what? It's not. I never taught her SMTP. It was like in passing, and she's like, "What?" And she's basically saying, "It's because I listen to you."
Yes. And I try to follow.
And the problem with me is, even though I listen, no memory. I have no memory. I forget stuff immediately. Is this true? I know this about myself.
And he goes, I didn't say that.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And it makes it impossible because even if I did say it, I can't remember it to be sure that I said it. So I can't double down on having said it, which makes it really hard to have an argument with me. Because whatever. Yeah, my girlfriend could care less about what I do or how it works. She knows I do computers. That's about it. Well, some people are like that. We don't talk about work at home. Yeah. Anyway, campaigners are growth oriented, and as subordinates, they impress their manager with their creativity and blah, blah, blah. People with the campaigner personality type are excellent listeners. See, when they're not talking, I want to say, though, I would always rather be talking than listening.
Here's something funny, though.
You know, I'm sorry to say that, but it's just true.
I reconnected with some of my college friends, and I said that I am the listener and you were the talker in the relationship, and they went, what?
Exactly.
Because in all of our relationships, I was the talker,
right,
and they were the listeners.
So I'm definitely the woman. I'm the woman. Actually, she's the man sometimes, and I'm the man sometimes. We take turns with that.
No, but the point is, before I met you, I was the talker.
Yeah.
So.
And I out-talk you, which is saying something.
When Thea came to visit last time,
I talked and talked.
I was like, thank you so much for listening to me.
You know, and the thing that's really sad is I actually think I'm a pretty good listener, but I apparently am not.
No, you're really not. I'm sorry.
I feel so bad. I try really hard, though.
I know.
This is a bad thing. So that's why I beat myself up so much, because I value personal relationships and stuff like that. So if somebody tells me that I'm like not listening to them, I'm like, I suck.
No, you just talk.
I just talk. Yeah, okay, that's true. That's why I have to have a live stream. Yep. I mean,
and now you're just too tired to talk or listen.
And you know what? Woman's saying he's missing a rib. It's true, but it's, you know, if I'm completely honest, this is a moment of over honesty. We talked about having other people in the Discord channel and the Zoom channel, and for a brief second,
what is it? How did she get in here? Who?
I had pain. That's somebody who doesn't know you.
Oh, I'm his wife.
Yeah.
I'm a ex-wife.
For a brief moment, I had pain because I was going to have to give up the mic.
I'm sure. I believe.
But I mean, it was like a split second instance of it, and then I immediately felt guilt for thinking on the thought, oh hell no, we want everybody to come in here and talk because I believe in that. But it was like that moment of tiny regret that I was going to lose the mic. And I anyway, I have to just admit that I sometimes feel that way. I don't know religion at all. INFP are introverted, yes. An extroverted intuition secondary, yes. I'm usually INTJ geek or INTP toxic. I don't know. Yeah. Well, anyway. All right. So what else we got? Nothing more really fun here. Maybe we're almost to the conclusion. Rob is taken. Guess I can't watch the stream anymore. I don't know. No, we don't. You know what though? We don't wear rings. We should probably say that.
I still have my tattoo.
Check. So she's got. Look at this. This is cool. Sure.
Oh, there it is.
It looks like a blob on your.
It's an ohm. looks like an
You gotta
ohm.
one of these days. You gotta
It's
show
my,
them your
it's my,
tattoo.
My obligatory ohm as a yoga teacher.
She got her. Wait, did you put an ohm over
It's
the
an
top?
ohm.
Oh, it's always been an ohm.
It's always been an ohm, and it's got the Buddhist clouds on
The
it.
Buddhist clouds, but yeah.
$40.
An
First
ohm.
marriage.
First
Still
marriage.
Second marriage.
Yeah.
Best $40.
If you're a
time.
painter or a sculptor, you don't want any, or a machiner or a welder.
Yeah.
You don't want to get that.
Even,
that,
when I went to
that-
Target, they had that retail video where
Yeah.
the lady lost her finger because her wedding ring got caught on the
Right.
shelf. Don't want that. You can get those rubber.
I bought her a wedding ring.
You bought me an engagement ring,
I did
and I lost it.
the same day.
I told you not to spend money.
She
on
did.
It.
She did.
Bubblegum ring girl right here.
True story. Degloving is not good. I don't even. Yeah.
I do not dye my hair because I am too gosh darn lazy.
Otherwise, she would.
Well, no, actually, when my eyebrows started turning gray, I was like, oh, hell no, would I ever dye my eyebrows? I used to dye my hair flaming red, like Red Sonja from the comics. So.
Yeah, when I met her, she used to wear
it
all black.
got gray so quick that I just got too lazy.
You were wearing all black and everything too.
Yeah, and I'm staining the bathroom all the time. So.
Yeah. You have really bad posture for
Third
a yoga
rock
teacher.
for the sun. I know it.
Here, I know. We're done. We're done.
Oh.
Because she doesn't have a good chair. We need to get you a good chair. Come. I'm just happy she's here.
Degloving is not.
That's
good.
one that takes your whole hand off.
That's terrible.
Can you imagine that? That'd be so gross. Oh boy. Alien marriage works. Yeah. Oh boy. What's going on? It's like way too fast.
Oh boy.
90s TV
It
show.
was the Third Rock from the Sun.
Yes.
Was the show.
Third Rocks from the Sun. That's a great show.
Bing, 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 bing.
I want to start a game show. Because it would be fun.
My wristwatch. Rob proposed with a Blendtec blender, which was phenomenal. We still.
I did. I proposed with the blender. Yeah.
With a blood of her enemies, yes. Red Sonja rocked. I read those novels in Catholic school, and I covered the cover with paper bags so they wouldn't know what I was reading.
You read it in Catholic school. You read
elementary school.
You read Red Sonja in Catholic
Conan
elementary
the
school.
Barbarian, and I would cover in what grade was it? Me and Brian Conway. We would read those.
This relationship, will it blend?
Exactly.
Exactly. I actually put "We Blend Well" on there, and she thought it came with the blender until last year. You remember you said?
Yeah, I didn't even know.
No kidding. This is a true story. So I made a super clear transparent label, and I put it on the blender that says "We Blend Well," and I put it in a really nice place. And she thought it came with the blender until last year.
Well, to my credit, it's just example. I thought Dunkin' Donuts was some guy named Duncan.
You thought Dunkin' Donuts was a guy named Duncan?
Like, what was it?
Yeah.
The ice skater.
But you're so smart. That's the thing. It's like it's these things. We're perfect for each other.
As Otto always says, intelligence is what, not linear.
My creativity.
Those silicone rings are awesome, by the way.
Dude, it was even worse. Yeah. So a blender inscribed. I inscribed it with a label maker. I was under. We can't go into the details about why.
Why? What?
I didn't do something more creative. Because if I tell you that, then you'll know too much. Also, we just wanted to get married for other reasons.
Xena Warrior Princess.
Xena Warrior Princess. Xena Warrior Princess was the thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never got into Xena, to tell you the truth.
Love that show.
Tungsten carbon rings, which can be bent to cut off your circulation. What? Why do we even wear rings? I guess we do.
Don't like rings.
Use the blender because they wanted a brave little toaster wedding. She wanted a blender, and I knew she wanted a blender, and that's where it happened.
I lost a blender in my divorce.
Yeah. And the other thing too is my ex-wife. If I give my ex-wife a blender, she would have thrown it in my face and
I know, and I kind of
sent me
wanted
to the
a
hospital.
vacuum cleaner for Christmas.
Yeah. We're gonna get the Hoover still. We're gonna go get the Hoover. I want the Hoover too.
For our anniversary, you got me the washer and dryer, and I was very excited. It's funny because I'm a feminist, but I'm so contrarian by wanting some of the most.
It's true. It's so hard. It
generic,
messes.
wifey things.
It is. It messes with all of my old Mormon and training. It's like, my old Mormon training says women should be in the kitchen and doing this and that. And I'm like, I never believed that shit. I never believed it. I'm going to tell you right now, I never believed it. It's one of the reasons I left. And neither did my ex, by the way. She didn't believe it either.
Wait.
What?
I'm trying to keep up with
Stress the life. Yeah,
Donuts should be dunked. Yes.
Donuts should definitely be dunked. Coffee and cake, people.
Brave little toaster.
German cake and coffee.
Oh my goodness.
I kind of want some more right now. Can we go get some more?
Do you still have the costumes? Is she talking about the Xena person? I tried to get that Princess Leia slave girl costume.
No comment.
Before I met you, to go to a Halloween party, but it was so big. The extra small was so big. I just had to laugh and send it back. There was no way.
On her Plenty of Fish profile.
I went to Comic-Con on my 40th birthday dressed as Tomb Raider.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I remember that picture.
And there's a picture with me and Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
And all the young boys.
Yes.
Emailed me
but it was mostly you, not the young boys. The fact is that she was there. She took her kid to Comic-Con and dressed as Tomb Raider.
I did.
Dressed as Lara Croft, more specifically. And I was like, okay, compared to every other woman on Plenty of Fish.
I would get these messages on Plenty of Fish that were just like these geeks going, I'm not worthy.
She had the best abs ever. I mean, it was like, it was pretty much, you just wanted to show your abs off. I mean, let's just be real.
It was.
You had the yoga abs. You're like finding yourself. You're like post-divorce.
Newly single.
We both kind of went through that. We went through this like have to get hot again kind of phase, and now we're comfy. We're gonna get hot again in July. We're gonna figure this out. I don't know why we're talking about
getting excited about a washer and dryer.
Washer and dryer is not exciting.
These things free up your time and your mental headspace, so you can do what you really want to do.
What?
If you have these modern conveniences of an awesome washer and
it's
dryer
like like okay, so we move into the apartment. It has a dishwasher.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, and it's like, I know. Believe it or not, I did these things on my own for a time. Yes. Oh God, please don't ask about the Plenty of Fish. The pics that I sent, they actually did work. No. A true story. I have not once sent one of those pics. Not once.
What pic? What are you talking about?
A picture of my penis to you.
No, but my former boss did.
I remember.
And I was such a good person, I deleted it. I could have owned him. If
I
that
totally
says anything about my character.
totally forgot about that. He was drunk too, right?
Yeah.
He got drunk and he's like.
And he sent me a.
Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, the internet. The internet is such a dangerous place. What?
I could have owned him.
You could have really owned him, but he was.
Because he like threw me under the bus, scapegoated me.
Oh, he did. That's right.
When his job was in trouble.
Oh my gosh. And this
pics do not work. No.
No, they do not work. We're not gonna. That's all we're gonna talk about. That. Just suggestion to all you people out there. Vim configs. Send somebody a Vim config. That's your filter. Do you use which editor do you use? That reminds me of the Tabs versus Spaces episode from Silicon Valley. Remember that episode? What are you reading? I'm a little bit afraid to read it.
I'm reading the penis pic.
Oh my gosh. I'm a male and of the opinion that penis.
No one thinks it's as beautiful as you do.
Speaking artistically, let's now. The topic is now arts and crafts. Do I need to pull down all the pictures from my walls that she has put up on the walls?
They don't have penises.
No, they do not. That's kind of my point.
Nobody wants to be at their dining room table looking at a penis. Well, no, that's not true. There are people. See,
Boy George did.
For everybody.
Did you see that documentary?
I remember.
There's like penises all over in his house. They're everywhere.
To each their own.
Is this still rated PG? We're just talking about art here. We're talking about. Anyway.
We did meet on Plenty of Fish, though.
We did, and it was the universe forced me to have to admit that forever. Yes. I had to totally admit that.
Yes.
Our theory on that, in as shortest form possible, is that the universe can work with ones and zeros more than it can physical space to like make people meet each other.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So it can it can bring people together who might not have met each other. And we've met. We got at least 2 other stories where people have met online, right? These days.
Yeah.
One in very close to us, right? So.
Yeah, lots of people meet online nowadays.
Yeah. Are we polyglots? Here, give us some German. Give us some German.
I don't like.
Perform.
I don't like performing. Could have been OnlyFans. That would have been.
I love you so much. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you. She's like, it's funny because every once in a while she'll, dance monkey,
well,
dance
there were
monkey.
some famous painters that hung out with a lot of prostitutes because they were easy to get as models. So
yeah,
there's that. What's dance monkey?
It's because I told you to dance.
Oh.
Perform. I'm like constantly speaking French or Russian.
I know, and I hate when people ask me to speak.
I don't, but you know, it's not like somebody's asking me to speak. It's like when I see someone with a Russian name, I want to like speak Russian.
I know.
So somebody, is there any German?
And then I listen if I can hear what
the only way she's going to speak German is if there's Germans here. Are there Germans here?
No, I will definitely not do that.
Why not?
Because I speak a dialect and it's rusty, so I speak like an 8-year-old.
So I do too. People make fun of my German too. They don't care. I mean my Russian. I guess I care.
I'm that person that will not say that I speak it,
so
that I can listen to the people speaking it and eavesdrop on
them. So here's the I to the E.
Speak Anglo-Saxon with them.
She can type Anglo-Saxon. She was like typing Anglo-Saxon here. 9. There are 8-year-old Germans. They exist.
I know. It's really frustrating though when you're not, and then you're trying to talk about really philosophical, intellectual things, and you don't have the vocabulary.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle used to always talk down to me because I couldn't express the right words. So then I just
truth is I actually do better pronouncing a few words. I'm like into the whole, then I am like having like this robust vocabulary, and stuff like that. I think it's something about learning conversationally that makes that a thing, because if you like, whatever. Salvador Dali.
Yeah. I know. He got
Mills.
Posed by his friends.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He was making a lot of money, but then his friends would go, let's go out to the restaurant. And then they would all eat and drink and run up a huge bill, and then they'd leave and make him pay for it. And then he broke again.
Dali.
Yes.
I am Dali. The rhinoceros. You have to watch Midnight in Paris to get that joke.
Actually,
which is a Woody Allen movie, and I can't watch it the same way anymore.
Johnny Carson black and white video with Dali.
I've seen
amazing.
It. It's great.
It is.
I've seen that.
Yes.
That's like he interviewed him like in real.
Yeah,
in the real.
Because he was like a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was a person who actually lived, not just a fictional character from a Woody Allen movie. But he did it really.
I do understand that.
See,
an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
But she's not gonna see.
I'm not gonna say it in German.
I could not. I'm gonna try.
Oh boy.
Oge und san lassen uns alle blind und sachlos zurück. Zurück.
I can't roll R's.
Are you supposed to roll them or not?
You're supposed to roll them. I can't.
Zurück. Oge und uns lassen uns
Auge und Zahn Zahn lassen uns alle blind und zahnlos zurück.
You gotta teach me that, man. I want to learn. See, this is what I hate about COVID. We can't go. Well, we can't travel anyway.
No.
But if we could travel,
I'm getting my German back, so I can travel when it's done.
Dude has Dali.
Apparently, I understand Bavarian way better than proper German. I just want to go to Bavaria anyway.
I know. I want to go there. Let's go to Europe.
To the Alps.
Oh yeah. So the guy who plays Dali is in Dune.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I started Duolingo to learn French many times. Every time I come back, I forget everything. Maybe 20 years. Come back. The best way people are asking me in private DMs how to learn languages, and the best way to learn it is just immerse yourself in it. Period. Put it on the TV. Get roommates who speak it. What?
I only watch TV in German.
I only watch TV in German. Yeah, and it really starts to come back, and then it makes you want to get your dictionary out and read.
That's the
read
one
in the
thing
language.
They say you're supposed to do the subtitles in that language, but that's not always available on
subtitles.
Yeah, so if you watch the movie in French and you have the French subtitles, you can follow along with the words.
You can follow along, and when you need to look it up.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure that you're not always trying to convert to the English word in your head.
That's why you shouldn't watch the English subtitles.
Right. Yes.
You should
Good.
watch the French subtitles.
Oh, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah,
Because then you're getting the reading
of the French as they say it.
I gotta start doing that more. I gotta like do everything in like Russian or French one day, just cause. Well, I have to learn English still. Ancient Latin. We were talking about if you could go back and get any degree you wanted to.
Wow. I
mean, ancient languages, philosophy, physics, mathematics, all those things that nobody pays you to learn. People have a hard time. The R sound is the trilling, right? Piece of linguistic transformation.
I do the back of the
throat. Yeah, but the language where is trilled pronounces the front of the mouth. Yes, totally true. This it sounds like Himitz is like another one of these people who's obsessed with phonemes and phonology and stuff, which I freaking love. And that's a lot of F's there, a little bit of onomatopoeia there.
Saying
transliteration.
Twitch streamers. I watched the whole Witcher series again in German.
In German?
I'm watching.
But there's actually
Outlander.
streamers in different languages, so you can be conversational with them.
I guess. Yeah.
And maybe read them. You know what I actually what's his name? Zero Theory. He's here. He might remember it. We Bakare, he's not here anymore. Bakare is this French friend of ours early in the stream. He took us, we went down this whole French path and the whole stream was French for a whole night. And I was like in heaven. They were teaching me all the French slang. We were watching French rap songs, and they were teaching me all the stuff that you would never learn just like in school or something. Worst tourists are minted Russian middle class, usurping gerbils, terrible tippers. Oh boy, here's another one. What the heck? Why do you say that? What's that thing?
Vice. That's 2 S's. They put it to see they're efficient. Why write 2 S's when you can make 1 letter?
Okay. Ich weiß nur.
This actually sounds like a dialect. There are people who roll it more like that.
Ich weiß nur. Ich weiß. What?
Nua.
How is that a diphthong? Newer? Like manure? Like.
Kind of.
Ich weiß nur.
Wie man Werkzeug
ich weiß nur.
Ein Problem.
Wie man weiß.
Is it los? I don't know that one.
Ein Problem zu lösen.
No, you just sound like Benny Hill and
I don't.
What's it? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I'm not gonna get that out of my head. It's there forever now, thanks to you, Doris. Wait, actually, the nouveau riche Chinese have a terrible reputation. Oh, well, I don't know about that. Ancient languages are so much nicer. Yes. No one cares if you pronounce it right, because they don't know.
I want to learn Mandarin so I can ask people, so what's going on over there?
That's like Klingon.
I'm not allowed to. I did take 2 semesters of Cantonese. And I could do a little bit.
So I only speak Mycenaean.
German does sound so angry. If you haven't seen the butterfly video, where they're like, Schmetterling! And the other one is, tell someone you love them, but yell at them in German so that they're terrified.
I don't know German. I speak Cantonese. What made me learn? You know what? I true story. I was about to graduate, and I didn't want to graduate yet because I was kind of afraid of graduating with no job.
Oh, I was gonna answer.
I went back and I asked if I could go back to college to learn Chinese.
And they said no.
And they said no, you're done. Make a room for somebody else.
What made me learn?
Schmetterling.
My ex-husband's parents were from China and spoke Cantonese, and I wanted to be able to speak to his grandmothers who were adorable.
Right.
So I could do little stuff like drink tea and how are you and how's the weather and go to bed and stuff like that.
Yeah, we have lots of like international.
But I don't have I'm kind of tone deaf, so it was really hard because I can't tune my ear to that.
Tone deaf. What to the whole?
Well, yeah, it's all about.
That's why I want to learn it. I want to learn it so bad. It would be so cool because I like tones and that stuff. I think it would be so much fun. I'm not dead yet.
Sounds powerful.
So, see, look, I don't understand the I know. Look, I worked up to it. I thought Russian was going to be hard, and it was hard.
Yeah.
But Chinese, my gosh.
And my kid went and lived with his grandparents for like 5 years and still doesn't speak any Chinese. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's been living there even, with the whole family and everything.
And he's like, oh, whatever.
Whatever, I'm not going to learn. Well, I mean, because I think that would be probably, you just really have to immerse yourself in it.
Spit loudly and Speak loudly and spit while you're talking.
Where? Oh, Germans?
To speak German.
Oh, they do. They totally do. So do the Russians, actually, though.
Yeah, I bet.
Russians are like, yeah. Lufthansa? What is that? I don't even know what that is. I would not say the German sounds angry. I would say it sounds powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Da.
It's really long word.
Как русский язык. Она не говорит по-русски.
And
Ну
what
что
is it?
же?
Streambot is Dutch, and you probably speak more than one language, many languages.
I'm Dutch, German. You know what? A lot.
Scandinavians are better than us.
Yeah. Temps pour les recharges de café. Ça, c'est vrai. It says it's time for me to recharge my cafe, cafe with vodka.
Yeah, I'm already tired.
I know. I think we're done.
Bye.
Bye. I'll take a break. And I don't know what we're gonna do after this. Actually, I probably should just wind this stream down. I was just having fun with it. Most people are tone deaf. This is true. So how do they learn Cantonese? Fine, because they can figure out the intonations. Yeah. Doris the Exploress. That's what they called you. Doris the
I
Exploress.
can speak enough that they were happy and would give me red envelopes. And
This
that's
is
all
yes.
that mattered.
This is true. This is very true. All right, good people of the chat. Apparently, I'm an ENFP-T. So we're just having fun on this New Year's Eve. What would you be? Wait, we got some more questions here. What would you be on the D&D alignment chart? Natural evil? I don't know. Evgeny, зачем вам русский и как вы запоминаете столько языков? He's asking, why did you learn Russian? And to you, and how do you remember so many languages? Evgeny Smirnov. Можешь спросить, откуда вы? Вы из какого района? Из русский там. ENFJ here. There we go. I want to be neutral good. I sometimes feel like I'm chaotic good, but I think I'm pretty much neutral. You found ice cream.
I didn't find it.
You bought ice cream.
And I knew where it was.
I want ice cream. You're like, get your own. You know what? This woman will protect her food like a dog. Like above her food, she's like this. I love it.
I give you food.
I know. I will
let you have the last slice of pizza, even though, like you with the microphone, I'm literally shaking.
It's all true. Санкт-Петербурге. О, ну ладно. Да, я жил в Санкт-Петербурге, недалеко от улицы Гагарина, знаете. Да, когда я жил в России, я занимался директором круизов, работал для компании какой-то.
Thank you.
I lived with my brother. He hid a bag of Oreos and hid them. He went straight for them. I was like, "There's a camera in here to find out where the Oreos were." Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I answer the question before I go. I learned Russian. I was in the computer science department and the French department. I learned French on my mission because I was Mormon and served a Mormon mission in France. And then it was the Cold War, and then the Cold War ended, and I was like, I want to learn Russian so I can talk to the Russians because I couldn't talk to them before. They were going to kill us. And so I did. And then I majored in Russian, went over there and worked off and on. And then I have tried to keep them both up. I've forgotten most of them, but that's why. Вот почему. Sam, what's going on? You okay now, girl? Sam's coming, Doris. Come here, Sam. Come on. Goodbye. She's going to join Doris in the other room. She's like, where'd you go? I don't know. Mormons love tech. Mormons really, really love tech. They're good at it. Yeah, they're really. Look, they are. They're industrious. They believe in education. They have to be jobs that support the family, because Mormons believe that only the man should be making money. In the strictest sense, they are allowed to do whatever they want. But so that's why you see a lot of Mormons in tech, because they're Mormon middle class. And on that note, probably should go. Mormon photographers too. Yeah. Because these are all things that they just love to do. I mean, it's funny. You know what else there are? There's a lot of Mormon morticians. No kidding. There's a lot of Mormon morticians, and there's a lot of Mormon accountants. In fact, the Ezra Taft Benson School of Accounting at BYU is like number 2 in the nation for accounting. So Are they good at basketball? I don't know if I can answer that one. Good writers too. Two of my favorite writers are LDS. Yes. They love to imagine things. I mean, you got to understand, if you take away all of the other vices that Mormons can't do, that leaves them with what? Computer games, writing, genealogy, sports, ice cream. They love their ice cream. Oh my God. If you want to eat at a good ice cream place, go to Leatherby's or any place like that in Utah if they still exist. Not a typo. I was raised Mormon too. Not anymore, but. And yeah, so they spend a lot of time in their imagination. They love role playing and D&D and all that stuff. All good things, many bad things as well, which I will not talk about. I will leave on a good note. And on that, I'm going to go ahead and jet. So it's been really fun. It's been a crazy stream. I just thought I would just check in and tell you what was going on with that. And I'm going to go have an ice cream with my wife. Have a great new year if I don't come back. Bye.